Hey guys, what's up? I'm uploading a short one now. Just want to talk about the state of the UFC heavyweight division. And the reason why is because I've sort of been last night thinking about my pick for the upcoming fight night between Alistair Overeem and Alexander Volkov, right? Um, Got me thinking, I'm sort of leaning towards Alexander Volkov, by the way, but something else sort of entered my mind during this process. And so I was looking at the rankings, and I realized, man, the heavyweight division is so weak, honestly. I mean, if I'm looking at all the fighters they have, and on the website they have the top 15 ranked, and usually these are the fighters you want to look at. The fighters, obviously, they're ranked, right? Top 15, but these are the fighters you want to kind of watch. They're ranked because they're good, and there are a bunch of other fighters, three times, four times the fighters supposed to be unranked and trying to get ranked. But that's not the case. I don't feel that going on in the heavyweight division because what we have obviously is Stipe, the champion, Francis ranked number one, Curtis Blades number two, Rosenstruck or Strike number three, Derek Lewis number four, Overeem number five, Volkov number six, Cyril Gane number seven, and followed by Shamil uh, Abdurakhimov, right? So after Cyril Gane, ranked number seven, it's like, who the fuck are these guys, right? You have that guy, Shamil, right? I know this guy, but I don't think the average casual would know this guy. I mean, he's a big, scary looking guy. He beat Arlovsky, but he's not really. People are not buying shirts of this guy and kind of like saying he's the next. I mean, there are no the next heavyweight. There are no videos about him. There isn't much, So, and then after him, you have Augusto Sakai, and then Alexei Olenek. I mean, Walt Harris, and then Junior Dos Santos, and then Balagov, Ivanov. I mean, a lot of these guys, most people haven't heard of them. And sure, they're very good fighters for sure. But the thing is, like, you look at other divisions and you clearly see that everyone on the top 15 is a beast. And here it's just not the case. Walt Harris is ranked 11. He's lost against recently against Alistair and Overeem. And I already consider Alistair and Alexander Volkov rather. And I already consider those two fighters that are fighting up as, I wouldn't consider them like the top heavyweight fighters, honestly. And I'm surprised they're ranked so high. But who else would be, right? Cyril Gane is definitely an up and comer, and I think, it's only a matter of time before he starts going up the ranks. But other than him, it's like, yeah, you have, if we just take a look at the last three ranked here, I mean, Marcin Tibura, Sergey Pavlovich, and Balgov Ivanov, right? Balgoy Ivanov. He's 18 and 4, 18 wins, 4 losses, right? Not bad, but not spectacular. Who's last three fights he won against Tia Tuvisa. He lost against Derek Lewis. I mean, dude, Derek Lewis, if you can't beat Derek Lewis, bro, you're not elite for sure. I mean, Derek Lewis for me kind of strikes me as that gatekeeper. If you could beat Derek Lewis handily, or even just beat him, he's a really tough guy. Then you're elite. But he lost against Derek Lewis, and I can't even see a notable win under his belt. Another guy is 20 and 6, Marcin Tavura. I mean, come on, it's the same. It's like not bad, but not bad for a record. He doesn't look scary, and he won against Greg Hardy, who's not ranked. He won against Ben Rothwell. I mean, not bad. He has potential, I guess, this guy. But nobody knows him, right? So that's my point. Like these are big fighters, you know. I don't know what the problem is, but maybe it's matchmaking. I mean, certainly there are some people I know of in the heavyweight division. Like there's a Spaniard who's really good. And if you look at the other people who aren't ranked, they have really good records and they have some nice knockouts that you can watch on YouTube, and they're not ranked. So I don't know what's going on, man. You know, the heavyweight division is known as a dangerous division, also in boxing, because you're throwing, what you see here is the punches with the most power being thrown at people. And even if you're a bigger guy, I don't think that makes much of a difference if you have a punch being thrown by someone like Deontay Wilder. He does a 1-2 and hits you clean with a straight. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference if you weigh a heavyweight weight or a lightweight weight. You're going to get knocked out the same. So, however, being a heavyweight, obviously you have to work with that kind of power. You have to give those shots and take those shots. So I think most people would kind of think of, you know, unless you're really big and it's not practical for you to be a light heavyweight, heavyweight is certainly the most dangerous division. But I mean, look, man, it's also the most exciting as a fan, honestly, for me. If you have a good heavyweight division and you have really a strong talent pool, it's always the most exciting one. And it's just a shame for me because, you know, you think about what's next, right? For someone like, let's say, I don't know, John Jones. Who's he gonna fight here? The only people here who I think have potential of beating John Jones is Stipe and Francis, right? But then you think about Israel Adesanya going into light heavyweight. I mean, I'm just looking at Jan Blachowicz. I don't think, I'm not sure I could guarantee Israel's going to win. I mean, it's going to be a good fight, but it's like, I'm so excited to see the odds. I haven't checked if they're even out, but um, number one in light heavyweight after Jan is Glover Teixeira, Thiago Santos, Dominic Reyes. I mean, I look at these guys and I think, man, Israel. I'm not. It's not like John Jones going into heavyweight where it's just Francis or Stipe who's a threat. But all these three guys, including the champions, a threat. Anthony Smith. Yeah, I'd say he's a threat too, man. Volkan. I mean, light heavyweight is also not the best, but it's certainly better than the heavyweight division in terms of a talent pool. But you know, I just wish that you know maybe the matchmakers and the people sort of handling these rankings should put more of the fighters that are unranked. They should be more proactive with creating fights and kind of just allow this division to organically sort of flourish and get some of these people ranked, you know, 9 to 15 out and get, you know, the people who should be there who are not ranked. That's just I don't know, and obviously I'm reaching there. I don't work for the UFC, but that's just what I feel from seeing the unranked fighters. And yeah, it's a shame, man, because you do have a lot of exciting fights coming up in the heavyweight division. Obviously, Stipe and Francis are going to fight. Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades are going to fight. That's going to be a great matchup. I think I heard Rosenstrike is going up against Cyril Gane. Obviously, there's Overeem and Alexander Volkov. I mean, these are all good matches, and everyone else, I just don't know what's going to happen next. You know, like, and I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, I mean, Junior Dos Santos, I don't think there's much left with this guy. He's ranked 11. I mean, for anyone who has the size to join heavyweight, I think this means that it's probably not competitive. If you really put the work into it and you're a big guy and you have good trainers and you're young, you probably could get into heavyweight easier than any other division. That's my guess. But yeah, I guess the point of this video is just to point out that insight and kind of say, like more work I think needs to be done by the UFC to develop their heavyweight division, and it's a shame. But yeah, exciting things happening, especially with John Jones going into the heavyweight division. Maybe that will change things. Maybe it will make things bring more attention to the division and make things more exciting. Although I don't think that would be hard. Even I mean, without John Jones, you got some of the best fighters there in the top five at least, including Cyril Gane, who's number seven. But it, it's such a shame. But yeah, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like the video. I talk a lot about, fight sports, combat sports. Sometimes I talk about other sports here. I talk about world events sometimes, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks again, and have a nice day, guys. Have a nice Sunday. Bye bye.